What's up, man?
Zane.
Been a long time, man. It's great to see you.
Likewise, man. How's everything?
Everything is great. Congratulations on all the continued success in life. I'm so grateful we're both still here, and I'm excited to see you, man.
Likewise, brother. Likewise. It's been too long, man.
But you've been busy. You've been giving us so many points of contact and reasons to continue to support through quality. And also coming back with this music, which is great. And it's a very personal sounding project, you know, a chance for you to reflect on what the journey has been and what it all means to you. I mean, we know how important 1999 was, a mixtape that changed your life. It's not lost on us. This is called 2000, and the subject matter reflects that, right? I mean, it reflects the life lived to this point.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You couldn't have worded it more perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Like if 1999 was that come up project, 2000 is that same kid just on the other side of the fence.
While we've got you in a reflective mode on mixtape to this album, you know, really moved by survivor's guilt and the fact that as life moves on, we remain in memoriam of the people that we lost along the way. How hard and challenging was it or how even therapeutic was it for you to create that song?
It was incredibly therapeutic, man. You know, even just the way that it started, right? Like I just kind of started writing the song. I was in the shower one day and like a rhyme scheme had came to me. You know what I'm saying? It was something along the lines of rich and rotten. And I kind of started to dive deep into that whole idea of like how my life is, where it's at now. And, you know, because I had recently came to terms with the term survivor's guilt. And I recently, like at the time, I'm saying, not like, you know, recently now, but at the time when I made the song, I had realized that I've been affected by this thing called survivor's guilt. And it hit so close to home because, you know, when I first came out, I was trying to bring everybody along with me. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to put my whole team on my back and I was in hopes that they could receive the same success that I was receiving.
That's what makes you so special, Joey, is that, you know, you throughout your art, you strive to create it, to go into a place of depth, you know? And it's not to say that you can't leave a mic smoking and in tatters on the ground, but it's like you use every bar and every moment, if you feel it, to try to express it as opposed to run from it. And even in a song like Cruise Control, which is effectively, you know, that's a hit record, but you don't waste words, man.
Word up. No, I appreciate that.
How'd this one happen? Tell us a little story about Cruise Control.
Man, so shout out to Mike Will, you know what I'm saying, because he is the genius behind the sound of it. You know, he definitely gave me the canvas that I was able to draw on. And as soon as I heard the beat, man, it just kind of spoke to me. It felt very aspirational. It felt ambitious. It felt reflective. And, you know, that's just kind of, I just kind of approached it on some, 30 million by age 30, motivated to reach my goals. Trust me, I ain't worried. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, the feeling of it just feels limitless. You know what I'm saying? It feels like, all right, man, I'm trusting in my faith and I'm leaping off of the cliff with no safety net. You know what I'm saying? We just going.
You know, there's a bit of a resurgence going on with some of your older songs while you're continuing to prop us and get us ready, continue to get us ready with this new music. And so it's this wonderful world with the crossroads of what you mean versus what you're becoming are meeting. You know, I'm on TikTok now. I'm seeing a lot of Joey Badass love on there. A lot of people rediscovering lyrics, making videos and content out of it. It must be really nice to know that timelessness we talk about in music now applies to what you do.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And it's by far the greatest feeling, you know, because these kids, they keep my name alive. You know what I'm saying? My music has touched them for years, and it will continue to touch them for years to come, where it just continues to spread like wildfire even 10 years later. You know, and I'm just incredibly grateful for that.
But when you think about the young kid, and you were a young kid, I can say that without feeling, you know, like I'm putting you in a box. You were so young with you and your friends when you came out making these songs, and at a time when the idea of bars and the way that the beat sounded and that golden era, no one was really messing with that, and you were really forging forward with it. You think about what was inspiring that young kid. Are you any closer to understanding where this desire to make music from that space came from?
For me, it's just like really being a fan of the art. You know what I mean? Like I am truly a student to this game. You know what I mean? And I came in literally a student to this game. And that hasn't changed. You know what I mean? I'm a student in every room that I walk into. Yeah, you know, it's definitely a great feeling to still be able to carry on this art form in the way that I do, and to be able to carve out a lane for myself.
How has it been moving into the other arts, you know, in particular cinema and your TV work?
Man, it's incredible. Like, you know, TV and film, acting was something that I always wanted to do. I was a lot of people know I was a theater student in high school until I got kicked out because my attendance was just shady. But
But your intention was there.
yeah, my intention was there. You know what? Like, growing up in New York, immediately I noticed that trying to become an actor in New York City was like damn near impossible. Not that becoming a rapper had higher chances, but I just felt more confident in music. So I told myself, I'll focus on music, and in the future, I'll use that to leverage the acting. And here I am. You know what I mean? And it's going great. It's going great. I look forward to more opportunities. The coolest thing about something that's been happening a lot lately is, people got introduced to the actor first, and then they get to discover my music. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool because, they fall in love with this character that I'm playing, and they don't even really realize that, oh, that's the Joey Badass guy that I've heard about.
There's an incredible list of people who are lined up on this album, man. You've chosen really deliberately and by design, from the producers like Static Selector. Chuck is on there, which is awesome. Love that guy. Mike Will. And even some of the people as well. Just working with Diddy, generationally bringing the two of you together. He would definitely understand where you're coming from. He's obviously a fan and a huge proponent and an influence in the era from which you actually represent. So how was it kind of making that happen?
Man, it was like clockwork. Over the last 6 years, Puff and I have formed this real deep brotherly bond. You know what I'm saying? So he we've been talking about my next album for literally over the last 5 years and stuff like that. So this opportunity just kind of presented itself. Like, I laid down the intro track. We was in the studio. We were all excited about it. It was actually the last song that I recorded on the whole album. Yeah, because I had the album. I'm just like, I need an intro. I need an intro. I need a way to start this thing. And we just got in the studio. Shout out to my boy Eric. Shout out to my boy McClenny. We got in the studio. We laid it down. And I literally just called Puff. Like, yo, I got it.
Joey, I've never asked you, who was the North Star for you? From an artistic point of view, who can you honestly say was the artist that you can trace it back to that gave you that real nudge to want to make music yourself? Who was the one that really inspired you to that degree?
Well, initially, is a tie between Jay-Z and Biggie. I'm a Brooklyn kid. I'm Brooklyn born, so they were very instrumental throughout my childhood and my musical upbringing. But once I got older, I gotta say Capital Steez. You know what I mean? Like, he was my brother, he was my partner, like my best friend. And he was so incredibly talented and within proximity. You know what I'm saying? I grew up listening to the greats, but to me, Steez was like, we were, colleagues. We were right amongst each other. So we always, pushed each other's pen, but he by far pushed my pen the most. To this day, he pushes my pen.